rattles. You can.
Well, hey everybody, what's going on? It's a brand new week. It's the start of the week because it's Monday. Monday is the start of the week, as we all know. How are we doing? How are we doing, everybody? Hi, Angel Mitsu, Griff Moy, FearHQ. Hello there, Shu. Oh, I'm so glad to see you in chat, Shu. It's important that you're here tonight because maybe you'll die. Maybe you won't. Serenity Valley. Oh, Howlett, you made it as well, Trevor. That's good. That's good. Um, I'm just coming for everyone in chat who Sabbath. No, the Sabbath on. No, that's not who I'm coming for. I'm coming for. I can't do this right now at the start of the stream, but Monday is the start of the week. The reason why Sunday on the calendar is the start is so that it's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and there's two S's next to each other because then we'd all get confused. So it shifted so that it's a Sunday at the start, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then a Saturday. And so Monday is the start of the week, but on the calendar, Sunday is the start of the calendar week. I don't know. That feels like that's the reason. That feels right to me. I might be pulling that out of my ass, but I think that's right personally. So, um, I yeah, I mean, I did watch a TikTok today where a TikToker was like, "Time is a joke, and here is the reason why." But it was a 3 minute TikTok, so I skipped. So I'm not exactly sure why, but I do know that I do know from her and trust her with my life that time is a joke. Um, and thank you, Canva. Oh wait, where is our Canva logo? All right, whatever. Well, thank you, Canva. We love you. Um, y'all, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. I trust her with my life, but not with my time. Exactly, y'all. It's gonna be a fun stream tonight. I planned a game tonight where our crew could be responsible for the end of the world. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's the fun of Slasher Town is that I've planned it very loosely. So who knows. Um, but you can affect the game, and we might need you to affect the game now more than ever. So here are some incentives that you have. You spend your bits in order to get them. So the first one we have is an add a die. So we work on the Tales from the Loop system, meaning that our crew, whenever they have to roll, they roll a certain number of six-sided die, pending what's on their stat, yada yada, blah blah blah. Any six that they roll, like six on the dice, is a success. Any one is a critical failure. No sixes, it's just like a regular failure. A lot of sixes, critical success. A lot of ones and no sixes, a lot of fail. Which could mean the end of the world tonight. So you can add a die so that they have a better chance of rolling a six. You can also give someone a reroll. Rerolls are fun. They reroll. You know how it works. You can give me an auto one, which is an auto fail, and I'll use that to make somebody fail and maybe end the world. You can give one of the players an auto six. That's an auto success. And this is my personal favorite. You can add in a character, an NPC that I'll bring in the game that night who has a particular obsession with something, and they're fun. Sometimes they live, sometimes they die. Ooh, what's this? Okay, yeah, here's some. Yeah, donate. Listen, Renaissance came out this week. A part of me came back to life that I didn't know had died. And so this is just the energy that I am riding on. Also, I saw someone say, "Hi, haven't seen you in a while." Hi, Flame Friends. Everything is going well. Once again, Renaissance came out. No reason to complain. Listen, I started biking places. This is important. I'm just using this as my I started biking this week because I was like, you know what? It's summer and I want to bike. And I injured my ankle, so I can't really like do my CrossFit like I usually do. I do CrossFit. Um, I do CrossFit. So I now have a bike. Sorry, I have to mention it contractually as the cult that I am in. I have to mention CrossFit 3 times. That was the third. Um, I hope it's a velocipede. Ooh, we should do a Jurassic Park episode at some point. I'm assuming that's what that meant, right? Oh my God, dog on the couch. Oh yeah, I'm watching my best friend's dogs. That's my background tonight. It's a little diff. Um, Yeah, heck yeah, Brother Hannum. But I think we have a massive episode to get through tonight. The sequel or the continuation of our Cabin in the Woods stream. And so I think I should say, let's roll the. Oh, shit. What am I supposed to say? Let's roll the clip. Let's roll the intro. Welcome to Slasher Town, the safest town in the USA. Don't believe what you read in the papers about Wyatt Wilder, the concrete surfer, Hazel Morrison, the know-it-all, and Penny Chu, that dumb cheerleader who claimed they were chased by a ghost face, caught him, and took his mask off, revealing not a head, but a void of nothing. Come swim in the deepest lake in the world, or spill your guts at Starside Adventure Park. I'm Dylan Guerra, your tour guide through all things fun and safe. Slasher Town, we're all expecting you. Welcome to Slasher Town. You know it. You've probably been there. That little suburban town that you're imagining, that's Slasher Town. Except tonight, we're a little outside of Slasher Town. We're in the cabin in the woods. Our friends were invited there by the most popular person in school, the queen bee themselves, Onyx, and their equally popular friends, Asher Moans, and Annabeth, I think her name was? Annabelle? Anna something. Down at the cabin, our friends somehow activated a trap that sent an evil tree and like a gear-headed Cenobite looking man after them. They managed to kill the tree with fireworks, but they didn't manage to get the gearhead down. But before too much damage was done, they managed to find a secret hatch. And here's where we find our friends tonight, right? Hazel, Penny, and Onyx climbing down the hatch, while Wyatt holds open the hatch and stares down Gearhead as he throws one very sharp throwing star gear directly at his head. So I think we should just let's start in with Wyatt, right? That makes sense. This gear-headed man, he's got the slash through his head. He's standing. We're going to add that he's in platform boots and a black drapey gown with a gear on it. He's thrown the gear directly towards your head. It is spiraling in midair. You have a split second to make a decision, Wyatt, and what do?
I think I drop down the hole with no regard for where I'm going to land.
Great. Let's do a move check for you.
I guess. Well, depending on how well this rolls. Oh,
no! You spoke too soon.
Oh my God, you guys, we gotta call the artist. We gotta get new character art for whatever I'm playing next because he is that guy is dead. Wyatt is dead.
No,
please.
Oh no! Oh wow! Really wanted you to succeed. And move's your best stat.
Okay. Move is my best stat. We did everything we could.
Okay.
I'll give we have an opportunity for a reroll if anybody purchases a reroll for you right now. We'll give it 10 seconds. But let's see. 10, 9, 8,
oh my
7,
God.
6.
This countdown is taking years off of my life.
4, 3, 2, 1. I'm 4.
Well, it was great.
Yeah.
And
wait, can you use mine?
Oh, Penny. Yeah, you can. Penny, you can give him your reroll. I'll accept that.
Wait, did Angel Mitsu buy one?
A reroll. I mean, an added die.
Oh,
but not a.
No,
I don't think a reroll. Yeah.
No, not a.
Yeah, but you can. Why don't you take my reroll then?
Yeah.
Wyatt, because
Great. I'll accept. I'll accept in this instance.
Are you sure?
You
might need it.
Not sure of anything.
Okay.
Hot.
If you're okay with this, and I will gladly take it. But I think for a moment, Wyatt's life flashes before his eyes. He like imagines the gear going straight into his head and his lifeless body falling down that tunnel, passing his friends, and then being greeted at the bottom with his corpse. But hopefully that doesn't actually happen.
Oh, thank God.
We got one.
Whew. Whew. All right. Whew.
A sweaty start.
Why don't you go ahead and
Very.
describe the way that you dodge this gear and climb into the hatch or jump into the hatch?
Okay, so holding the hatch open, I see it coming, and like I just grab onto the underside, which I assume has some sort of like locking mechanism, like you'd see on a subway, like in between cabins. Do they call them cabins in a sub? I don't know. Subway. Nope. Submarine. There we go. Not in a sandwich shop, in a submersible vehicle. Grab onto that, and like as I'm sliding down, or as I'm leaping down, just holding onto that as it swings, the gear gets lodged inside and slams, and I lose my grip, and I start to fall before I am able to get the ladder like hooked under my arm, and then wrench it closed. But I'm like dangling on, and I probably end up hitting Hazel a little bit with my feet accidentally.
You're fully kicking Hazel in the face.
Yeah. Also, Penny helps by because she's still drunk, just saying really nice compliments to Wyatt, like, your hair could look worse. You have friends that are with chickens. Unfortunately, Penny's not very good at compliments, so these are the best that she could come up with because she's also still really drunk.
Oh yes, Penny is drunk. Don't forget. Great. And so y'all are climbing down the ladder. And Penny, since you're at the bottom helping up, in your sort of drunken stupor, you look down, and something kind of weird is happening to Onyx. Onyx starts to glitch. They start to just sort of glitch. And then Onyx looks at you and sort of like shrugs, but manages to stay hovering in air without putting their hands on the ladder. And their blood sort of becomes pixelated, and the blood that was over you just sort of disappears. And they're like, okay, for the record, I do think that you guys are cool, but the company just made me do this, so I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And then Onyx blinks out like a light and just completely disappears.
Wow. Does only Penny see this? Is it just Penny?
Only Penny sees this so far.
Great.
Penny looks at herself and looks around and starts thinking, I am never drinking again, and says nothing and just continues to go down.
Great. The three of you make it down from where the hatch was, and from above you, you hear the banging of this gear guy on the hatch, just banging with fists, and the sound of just metal clanking on the top of this metal hatch. As each of your little feet press down, and you see that you are in a small room, right? Just a small white room all the way around, and it's like you know those places, they're like very sort of like fancy offices. I feel like they will have the same like paneling that's on the floor on the wall. So it's just like all this sort of like slick glass white paneling. And at the edge, there's a door. So all there is it's just a small room. It could not be smaller than like a classic New York style bedroom. And there's just this one door and a ladder up. And that's where you've landed.
Guys, why does everything look like a WeWork right here?
Where's Onyx? What happened? They
She's
were
gone.
bleeding out.
No, she's gone. Like,
She's gone?
not.
Like completely
Yeah,
gone?
she was here, and now she's not. And it was a thing. And
What kind of thing,
did-
Penny?
Did they die?
I mean, define death, like in the sense of like the Tibetan way of we all are dying of every moment of every second, yes, but also no.
Penny, I just don't understand. Is Onyx okay? I don't understand. Onyx just no. They're not okay.
She's gone. You know how, like, in Stardew Valley, sometimes you just pixelate and explode? It was like that.
So she pixelated. Like she just
Yeah, it was just, it's either that or I am so drunk right now that I can't see. So, Onyx, if you are here and I somehow have drunkenly just blipped you out of existence, I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
grabbed Penny by their shoulders. I'm like, Penny, did they say anything? Did Onyx say anything at all?
Penny, can you roll a contact check?
A contact check. Yes. Let me just go. Okay. I don't think I have. Oh, I do have a shit. I only have one then. Ooh, that was a bad one.
You say Onyx's name over and over again to try to get Onyx to explain exactly what happened to them, and you're just greeted with the sound of your own voice echoing back to you in this tiny WeWork-like room.
Onyx. It kind of sounds like Sonic, honestly, when you say it enough times in your head, you know, Onyx. It's like the ick sound, and it's just, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Sound is crazy. You know what else is crazy? That bang noise from up above us. We should probably go through that door and figure out where the heck we are and maybe get away from the thing that's trying to kill us.
Yes, let's go. I grab Penny's shoulders or arms and put over my shoulder, and I try to walk Penny through, just to help my girl out. So we go to the door, and we go to open the door.
Great. You open the door, and the second that you open the door, it's another WeWork-like space. It's still that fluorescent lighting. It's a room. It's almost like a private office. It's got a wall of television monitors, but they're presently off. There's another door opposite, like on the other end of the room, opposite the one that you came in through. And there's a whiteboard to the right with all sorts of drawings that look like some really intense math. And everywhere, just absolutely everywhere, there's just stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of paper. But on this whiteboard, your names are listed. And it says, in handwriting, it says, Penny, athlete, Wyatt, virgin, Hazel, scholar, Asher, fool, and Annabeth, popular. And above those names, the word sacrifices is written. And Asher's name has been crossed out in red. But even more distracting than the names that are written on this board and the paper in this office is a person who's sitting behind the desk to your left. And that person is here with us tonight. And if they want to jump on and describe what they're looking at and what they do, they are more than welcome.
Well, I am looking at a bottomless stack of balance sheets and just no end in sight for me, because there's no room for progression in this career. And quite frankly, I am at a breaking point here, people. I am just... What does the future hold for Susan? Susan in accounting. What could it be?
Are they saying this out loud?
I think they are absolutely saying this out loud.
Excuse me? Hello?
Is someone there?
Yes! We need help! What are you doing down here? Why are our names on the boards?
I don't handle the board. I'm not allowed to touch the board, actually.
It's a board. It's just a whiteboard.
You're teenagers.
Our names.
You're not supposed to be in here.
There's a lot of things that aren't supposed to be here.
Counterpoint, you're wrong. We're here. Let's party. What's up?
Whoa,
Susan?
I don't have.
Coming.
I do not have that kind of clearance. However, it is so wonderful to see you all. Your reputations do precede you.
My reputation. What?
You are Hazel.
Yes, I'm
And Penny?
Hazel. What's your name?
I'm Susan.
Susan.
Susan, accounting, and you are Penny.
Yes, I am.
And you're the Virgin.
I have a name.
His name's Wyatt.
I've only heard Virgin.
Okay.
Oh, Wyatt.
It's
I
very
have
rude.
a quick question.
That's
If I can, I know
Yeah.
this might be a little above your pay grade. You're not allowed to touch the board, but like these appear to be like classifications and qualifications. Like Penny, incredibly athletic. Hazel's incredibly smart. This isn't a thing that I like do, or this is just like.
Oh, you're not doing anything.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. That's my understanding.
You know what, Susan? I don't appreciate that. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to change the board myself because you all have this data wrong.
No. Hazel, you do not understand.
I let Penny go and I'll go up and I'll grab a marker and I'm going to try to scratch that out. Am I able to do this?
I think you're able to scratch out your name. Yeah, you don't have to roll for that.
No.
You just
I want to scratch out Virgin from Wyatt's side.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You can totally scratch out Virgin from Wyatt's name.
I just get the reddish marker and I just scratch it out. I'm like, now, Susan, if you know anything about research, since you guys are clearly surveilling us, you need to do a better job at your recon. Now, what are you doing down here? You've been nothing but rude. What's going on? Oh my God. Guys, there's a murder upstairs. We should focus on that right now? Wait. We're in danger.
You are in danger. That is correct. I apologize. It's not my intention to be rude. I have a lot of pressure on her. And you being here does not case, quite frankly. And how did you get here?
We slid down a ladder.
Good question.
Penny.
Yeah.
Well,
it depends
When-
on
Penny.
when,
Oh,
your
Penny,
frame of
please.
references, because,
I
a
grabbed
couple of
Penny's
weeks ago,
face.
we were
Penny,
just
I try to get Penny to
normal
look at me.
people.
Penny, look at me, please. Wyatt, please tell Susan how we got down here. Thank you, Penny. Thank you.
Okay, we came to a cabin in the woods for a party. It got a little wild. The trees came to life and stabbed our friend. Then we were and we blew it up with fireworks. Then we were getting attacked by a guy who was throwing giant cogs. This is after we went down to a basement and we looked at a leather diary, a Rubik's Cube, slippers, a baby doll, a money tree, necklace with a long tooth, and a big potato sack. And then we hopped in this hatch that was under the table in the living room, and we slid down the ladder and we came through the door, and now we're here, and you wrote some not flattering stuff about us on this board.
Well, I didn't write that, and I didn't know they were using the cabin. I'm not allowed in those meetings, but the cabin, you are so lucky than anyone. Okay, that's good stuff. Someday. You haven't monster room yet, have you?
I look at Wyatt and I say, I don't think she knows anything about that cabin. That was the worst experience in any cabin I've ever had.
I've been to like two cabins. Frankly, the first time was fine. This time was bad. I don't think I'm ever going back to a cabin ever again.
I've never been to a cabin. This is amazing. It smells like wood.
Yes, Penny. It does smell like wood. You're right. Yeah. Susan, do you even know what happened up there?
Well, I mean, I have an inkling. Ritual sacrifices, something of the like.
Nonchalantly, just sacrifices.
Well, that's what we do here.
Why?
And
Something.
Uh-huh.
And while that's happening, while she is trying to explain what the heck is going on at this facility, there is a note comes from a speaker, a physical note. It goes, beam, 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 and then a voice clicks on, and it's like, attention, attention, all Ancient One's staff. We have lost track of the sacrificees at the United States cabin. However, we do still have the sacrificees at the Berlin bathhouse location, the Mayan ruins facility, and unfortunately, the nursing home in Canada did manage to beat the Wraith with the power of kindness. So we don't have them. We are entering a yellow alert at the facility at this time, so please keep your eyes peeled for any teenage American sacrificees. Time left until sacrifice must be completed, 1 hour, 30 minutes, or the world will end. Thank you. Beam, 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 beam. Beam, 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 beam.
I look at Wyatt and I say, oh my God, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Wait. So Canada for A, love Canada, super kind people. I went there one time on a school trip and it was super cool. B, do they mean human sacrifice in the sense of like we're sacrificing our youth in order to like endlessly be exploited by capitalism, or like different kinds of sacrifice, like a more immediate sacrifice?
Penny.
Well, it's down to just kind of keeping your balance, right? The old gods, they're a little bit sensitive, and that's where you all come in.
Penny, they mean us sacrifices, like us physical sacrifices. This isn't a game. I think it's time we sober up. Do you have any water? Something, please? Any seltzers, like a non-alcoholic Sprites, something?
Yeah, there's a mini right over there. It's Kevin's. I mean, he's gonna hear about it tomorrow, but help yourself. You know.
Absolutely. I go and I'll go grab Penny a water or a carbonated, like a sparkling water or something. Okay.
I'll walk over to Penny, and just to give her something to do, I literally give her my left hand. Can you hold this for a second? And just grab it around the wrists. And when she does, I take like half a step back, and then I say, so this is a variation on the Stimson technique, and I'll jerk my arm backwards to try to get my shoulder back in its socket because it's been dislocated since we went down the ladder.
Ooh. Let's make that a force check for you to see if you force it in hard enough with your sensitive check.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah. Oh man, like falling that rough at the top, that's a critical failure, baby.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It just sends an absolute sharp shooting pain direct through your arm. It gets looser from the socket.
It just comes out more.
Oh
my God.
I tweaked it bad and worse. I think I made it worse.
Oh, sorry. I have a really strong grip. It's because I played a lot of instruments of different sorts, so I just have incredibly strong wrists and fingers. Sorry about that.
I run over really worried hearing Wyatt yell out like that. Oh my gosh, what happened? Your arm. You didn't tell us it was dislocated. And
There's more pressing stuff going on.
I start looking around for stuff to make a splint. Can I make a splint for Wyatt, please?
Let's do an investigation check.
All right. And
I'm having y'all roll and roll at the top of this game.
I love it. It's great. We love rolling for it all. All right, let's see what I can get from this. It's 5, hopefully. Let me knock on wood. Oh my God. What's up with the 5s today? Like, truly. And the ones.
You look around this room for a splint, but it's actually just paperwork. But it's not what you were looking for. But you pick up a sheet of paper, and you see a monster on it, a creature from something. What creature do you see on this paper?
It's gosh, okay, let's be nice. Something that it's definitely hairy. Has to be hairy. I'm getting werewolf vibes. I can't help it. Long claws.
Yeah.
Weird patches of skin. It's bald in some places, hairy in others. Eyes that are just like super bulbous and red almost, and dripping teeth, of course. It's disgusting.
Okay, you look at that paper and it says werewolf, and it has this werewolf picture covered in blood, the claws out, and underneath it says not selected by any team for this sacrifice, still in holding area. And you look at that, and I think to all of y'all, it becomes clear exactly what type of thing this is. From the things on the board, from the papers there, it becomes clear that you are part of some sort of ritualistic sacrifice. And all of these papers, all of these pages are different creatures, different things that are somehow contained in this facility. And on that, we're going to take a quick break to handle some things on our end. But stick around. We will be back in less than 5 minutes. We'll be right back in half a sec.
Sound stirs things up. You can use rattles, you can use maracas, you can clap your hands. I also too really encourage people to laugh audibly.
The idea that these mummies are kind of popping up like, Night of the Living Dead style, like traditional zombies. Also, though, the hand kind of reaching out from the ground is such an iconic 1950s kind of like B-movie image. So again, throwing back to the old school, the Universal monsters, and so on.
2 trulies in a sentence is queer. Truly makes the sentence queer. There are straight sentences, there are queer sentences, and there's everything in between. They touch, they smile, they hear each other. I'm here for it.
Charm them, schmooze them, give them... What, were you gonna say something? Say no more. I'm your god.
And just like that, Charm agrees to do the bidding of Night with very little protest.
It's so good to see you guys.
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah,
hey.
That's amazing.
I freaking love that Steven Spielberg was nominated for Close Encounters, and I don't even like Close Encounters, but guess what? He should have been. He should have been nominated for Close Encounters. He should have been nominated for Jaws, too, which came out 3 years earlier. Nominated for Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know what? Yes. Yes, Academy. Yes. Let's have some fun. Let's please recognize big blockbuster filmmaking.
If you plainly state the logic of your world and you let us know what the rules are early on, when you distort them, it'll hit harder and faster for your audience members. Oh, we're losing Duck. Oh, he's jumping up. He's going back upstairs. He is a duck. Now let's zoom in and get in some of the duck's thoughts here as they're happening live. Am I in a frickin' MC Escher nightmare? Great, that duck confirmed. Duck is in fact in an MC Escher nightmare.
Let me out!
Let me out! No, no.
Okay. I pick up the paper. I look at it real close. And then I will bring it over to the group. And I'll say, guys, does this look like a werewolf? And I'll show it to Wyatt before I show it to Penny, because I know Penny is working some things through.
Fair enough. Fair.
Yeah, I'd have to
Wyatt.
say, yep. Mm-hmm.
Let's just kind of ease this over to Penny, because I don't want to ruin whatever, she's writing right now. But
I mean, I don't know this for sure, but she seems sort of like, a monster humper. I don't know that this is like outside of her realm of things that she's like into. You know what I mean?
Man, that's true. That I understand, but still, I just this is not good. Sacrifices, monsters. Like, what if we found Wyatt? And
I don't know. Our friend turned into a spider and ran away. There was a girl who made worm sharks. This is bad. This is all very, very bad.
I look at Penny and I say, Penny, I'm going to show you this.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need you to stay calm, all right? But this may be down here with us. And I'll show Penny the picture as well.
Penny is holding a can of seltzer. It's called Pearl Slams. In the continuation of Americana. It's a lemon lime sugar-free seltzer, just in case anybody wanted to care. And she's just sipping, going, "Oh yeah, that's a werewolf. Oh yeah, for sure. That's like death's a werewolf, and you can tell because it both is like human, but also like wolf. You know?"
Okay, good. Okay. You took that better than I thought you would. All right.
Oh yeah. It's like a good thing that like it's not here or anything like that, because I actually am kind of afraid of canines. It's a long story, but just to let you know, I won in the end.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. So good. Okay, so we need to get out of here before they find us. Is there anything in here? Are there other doors or cameras or something that we can use to figure out where we are?
Yeah, I'll give you something. You look over towards the opposite door, the door that leads out of where everything is, and you see a map of this floor. And the map of the floor has it's the room, the little room that you're in, which says like paper hall, that's what we're calling it. It says paper hall processing. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And it connects to a little hallway that then leads out to a massive cafeteria, and it says lunch area. And then on the other side of that, you see 3 other doors. And one of those doors says, it's written across, and it just has 3 lines. It says break room, information center, and lab. But it doesn't say which of those 3 doors leads to which. It's just sort of like printed out like on a key of what all of the rooms are.
Man, how are we gonna find any of these places? I guess we'll just have to guess.
But
yeah.
Can we ask Susan, the accountant? Can we threaten her to give us information? Does she have family that we can threaten, or maybe like a dog?
I hope we don't have to go that far, but it's always an option. I have very, very sharp number 2 pencils in my bag, so they'll come in handy for that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be sure to ask, but I don't trust her. She seems to be drinking the Kool-Aid a little too much. Like, she was excited to be
Yeah.
upstairs. Like, she knows what's going on. She was willing to sacrifice us to the old gods or something. I don't know. Wyatt, did you
Yeah.
have something to add?
I was just gonna say we've got like 90 minutes before the world ends. I think is what that announcement said.
Yeah, what's that about?
Oh.
The world
And then
ends?
here's an announcement again.
Never went to
Boom,
prom.
boom, boom. Hi, everybody. The local time for left until sacrifice must be completed. We are now at 1 hour, 20 minutes local time until it must be completed. We need to find these American sacrifices or the world will end. Thank you. Boom, boom, boom.
So, that's kind of messed up. Like, the world ends if we don't spill blood. I just don't get why this has to be. What? Who decided this?
You know,
The old.
I read a short story called The Child of Omelas, and it basically said like this exact scenario. And it was like, what are you willing to sacrifice? And it's like a really interesting philosophical experiment. And I always thought I was like the external person, and now I found out that I am the sacrificee. And that's like a really interesting place to be, you know? Does anybody want
Yes.
a pearl slam?
I'm
It's lemon lime.
good. I'm good. Thank you, Penny. We're all in a very curious situation right now. Okay.
We are all of us, all four of us, just hanging out together, right, guys? Wow. It's exciting. I mean, to be a sacrifice, that's pretty exciting. I've never even been considered for that. I'm too old, I think. So at least you're involved in some way.
Age is just a mindset. You can be as young as you want to be unless you're talking about a cellular level, which the UV index will definitely mess with.
Truly. Well, I'm thrilled for you all that you get to partake in such a way. If there's anything, I mean, I know I'm just Susan from accounting, but if there's anything I can do to help with the experience, please let me know.
Yeah, I got one for you.
Virgin.
Find a replacement
I
for
pull
each
out
of us would be great.
Every time Susan says that, I pull out my sharp number 2 pencil and I look at her with like daggers in my eyes.
As a fellow number 2 user, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing. And I'm with it. A replacement. A replacement. I mean, I guess if it's a 1-to-1 sort of thing, that would be acceptable. We've never had that happen to my knowledge here. I'm just over here, debits, credits, that sort of thing. But I don't think we have many other teens kind of scouring the facility. So,
I mean, need they be teens, or do they just have to fulfill the requirement of, being athletic or popular or scholarly or
virginy,
lacking experience in sexual encounters?
Yeah. Also, this is a weird question. Do trees count? Because there's a lot of living trees and also gear heads. And with their death count, because that's going to really shift my next 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, that's a bit above my pay grade, but I do think that you're right. I guess age isn't a requirement. We just usually find that, the athletes, high school, there's a ton of them, the virgins, of course. So yeah, I suppose it could be anybody in the facility. Yeah, sure.
Can I ask you another question? Just out of sheer curiosity, would you say you're an aggressively intelligent and physically capable person, or would you say you were like you're good with numbers? You're an accountant. You can handle that sort of scholarly activity.
Oh,
It's a great
no.
question.
I just do the numbers, and someday hope that there's an opening for me. I really want to meet the Mothman.
I beg to differ. I think you're ready to meet the Mothman today. Yeah.
Really?
Truly.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? You know what, Susan? I think what would be so great for your resume is if you were able to hand your own hand-picked sacrifices to the Mothman themselves. Truly an honor. I can't imagine something better. And we'll help you. We can help you with that.
what was your name?
I'm Hazel.
Hazel. Oh
And-
my gosh, with that kind of thinking, man, if the bigwigs of the facility got a hold of you, you might have a future here. Gosh,
Oh, we'll see.
you might be my boss
Yeah.
someday.
Oh,
that
Hopefully
sounds
not.
wonderful to me. I'm with you.
Susan, can you roll an empathize check? That would
Is
be
that
your
a 20
mind.
plus empathize?
It's a three. You would roll four six-sided die.
Or okay. Oh.
Oh man.
Sorry, Susan.
It's all right, Susan. Numbers are hard, you know. It be what it
It's
be.
hard for Susan. Despite that mirror.
She's just medium good at her job.
Yes. And you know what?
Yeah.
There's nothing
Susan-
wrong with that.
Susan's been trying to climb the ranks out of this job for 15 years, but it's the only place she's ever. It's the only position at this place she's ever had. Ooh.
That's
Did
a
anything
wild
roll for Susan?
That is a wild roll of 2d6, 2d4, and
There's a
3d20.
6 there. I take it. There's a 6 there. Do you know what's more impressive? Rolling a 6 on a d20 in a d6 game. I truly, honestly, you just take it.
Susan can't find the input.
Susan looks at you, and she blinks, sort of Dora the Explorer style, like twice, like ding ding. As she's like, you could be my boss someday. And Hazel, I think it just becomes instantly clear to you that you would never want a job working at a facility sacrificing children to an ancient god.
Mm-mm. Absolutely not.
I mean, I mostly just use QuickBooks.
Oh my god.
Well, did
Well,
I do it?
Susan, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna help us, since you know so much about this facility, and help us, enhance our sacrificey experience and introduce us to the other sacrifices. Let's start in that room, and I'll point at the information center. I'm not even asking. I'm just gonna walk towards the closest door and try to get Susan to
That's
just
the hiccup.
the hiccup.
That's the hiccup here. I don't exactly know all of my coworkers. I don't really have access to a list. I'm a little bit, what would you say? Ostracized. I'm a bit ostracized. So I don't know anyone here, and I really don't know where to get that information from.
Oh, okay. Hey, there's like a lot of cameras and stuff. Is there any way that we could start like viewing like other people in this town, or like the really nice Canadian like old folks that like save the world or anything? Like, could we just kind of tap into people? Like, do they have to be here?
Oh,
Ooh.
that would be immoral to do.
Uh-huh.
But I see you have a map.
I get upset because I'm like, well, I mean, sacrificing people. Like, I'm just start muttering under my breath, like, sacrificing people is pretty immoral. But here we are. Like, what? I am really confused with Susan's lines right now. And
Morality is in the eye of the beholder. Show me some old people from Canada.
I wish that I knew any of this, the layout of the facility. I kind of come to my office, I do my thing here, and then I go home. I'm not allowed anywhere else.
do you have
Hazel,
yes.
Hazel, we're gonna just have you tap the map again, the map that says
Yes.
right outside of this door is the cafeteria, and on the other side there are 3 doors. And a list, but it doesn't say what door leads where, that says the information center, the lab, and the break room.
I say, Susan, do you know where any of these 3 doors go?
Do I know where any of the 3 doors go?
I think you know that they go to the information center, the lab, and the break room, but I don't think you necessarily.
Okay, so
I don't
she
think
would
you
know.
necessarily know what's on the other side. You would have to just physically go there and open them.
So,
Susan,
information center, lab, break room.
come
Susan's
open a
got that,
door.
but
Come on. Yeah, just come open a door, Susan. Yeah.
me?
Yeah, you.
I don't have clearance to open those doors.
With us,
But,
you do.
I mean, I guess.
We're the sacrifices. It's what we do. You
and
gotta take us
also-
around.
Yeah, are there any door buttons? And Penny just starts smashing buttons like anywhere close
Yep.
to her vicinity. Like, do any of these open? Let's try them all.
Oh, absolutely, Penny. That's a tinker check for you.
This is great.
Okay. 2 tack plus 2 tinker, that is 7. So I'm gonna roll 7d6.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So many ones.
When you do that, I think like the lights turn on and off on one, the TVs turn on and off on another, and it just has no input. And then the last one you do, the door swings open, and you see like a short hallway, and on the other end you see a cafeteria that is just buzzing with life.
Like human life? Or like just like
Human
sounds?
life. Buzzing with, there's people, you just hear the sounds of chattering, and you can't, it's indecipherable because it's too far away, but you hear you hear the sound of just chattering, and you see people whirring about with lunch trays in the distance going to sit places.
Hey, Susan, do you have any coworkers that you don't like as much?
Well, Kevin, who I mentioned earlier, that's his fridge in there that you were taking those drinks from. Who, by the way, those are not for sharing. If Kevin's rules.
Oh, they're garbage.
You know, technically we have the same job description, but he acts like he's my superior. Okay? And quite frankly, we do the same thing. Maybe he does it a bit better, but we do the same thing.
Okay, so let's put Kevin down on a list of possible people that we would all be fine with sacrificing. He has bad taste in drinks, and he makes you feel uncomfortable, and he thinks he's superior to you because because he's a man. I'm willing to sacrifice him. I'm fine with that. Is he like
Action
in the
item.
cafeteria? Can we like
sacrifice
action
Kevin.
item? Kevin. Put him in the S. Is he? You know what? We'll figure out like designations later. I don't like putting people in boxes. I want them to box themselves. If there's any other coworkers that you don't like, I'm just saying, like, what if we just like shift the sacrifice? Like, thoughts?
I couldn't agree more. And quite frankly, I just feel like the entire IT team could go.
Oh yeah, all of IT. Let's go.
Action item: sacrifice entire IT team. Got it.
Usually, I can find Kevin in the cafeteria trying to pick up Marjorie from sales.
Marjorie.
Okay.
Which, quite frankly, she is never going to give him the time of day, if I'm being honest here.
Okay.
As like a sales representative, do you find that she's popular with the other people here, like on her team?
Oh yeah. I mean, she's pretty. She's kidnapped so many sacrifices. She's got it all. She's the complete package, okay? And quite frankly, I'm a little jealous, if I'm being honest.
Would you
and then you hear the PA system above you again go, boom, boom, boom. Oh wait, that's NBC. You hear it go, boom, 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 boom. Hi everybody, me again. Just want to let y'all know it is 70 minutes until the sacrifices need to be completed. It would be great if y'all could get a move on finding the United States Teenagers, we are not sure where they are. We are not sure if they're here. We're not sure if we're in the cabin. But time is a wasting, so it would be great if somebody could just do it. Kill them, please, or the world will end. 70 minutes, getting closer to 65 the more that I talk. But I love the sound of my own voice. All right, bye. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm just gonna write Kevin down under virgin. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And also,
concerned that people will see you as teenagers walking around.
Yes. So, Susan,
Yeah.
you're the only one who can do this. Please.
Yeah. I'd also like to add the person doing the announcements. Can we
Yes.
add that person to their list of
Sacrifice.
duties?
Who's that? Do you know who that is?
Oh, I think that's Miles.
Miles.
Yeah, he's pretty
Okay.
cool.
He's cool.
I've never seen him,
Oh, right.
but I've just, that voice, right?
It's a voice. Yeah, it's a nice voice.
Yeah, it is a voice. Yeah. Is there a specific way that we have to like kill all these sacrifices? Can it just be kind of like or does it have to be a little bit more of like a bloodletting thing? Is there any kind of like ancient weaponry we have to use? Is there fire? Please tell me there's fire.
Well, from what I hear, there's a bit of showmanship involved, but again, been allowed to attend the sacrifices. But back to the teenage problem, I think there might be some lab coats hanging in the closet there. If you want to check that out.
Awesome.
Penny's on it. She's gonna grab all of the accessories and put them on everyone and be like, yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is great. Yes.
Wyatt, how does this lab coat fit on you?
Poorly. It fits so bad. But I think because of the sleeve on it, I'm able to like hold my arm almost as if in a sling, and that actually takes some of the just a little bit of the throbbing pain away that Wyatt is sort of walking in a bit of a fugue state through this place in. But yes, the sleeves are too long, so he rolls them up. He rolls one up to try to make him look like a cool guy in like an 80s blazer. But the other one is just very long that he has like wrapped and held under his arm.
I think since Penny and I know his arm is messed up, we try to help him out. He's not doing it by himself.
Penny's gonna try to give more half compliments and just be like, yeah, just think about how you could have broken 2 arms and you only broke 1. Like, you're doing okay. Like, not great, but okay.
Oh man. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go to this room.
Right, let's go find all the IT people.
Okay.
Let's go find Miles, Kevin, and anyone who wronged my girl Susan. And then we'll figure out the sacrifice later. Okay.
Thank you. All right. Well, I guess we can start with Kevin.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with Kevin.
We all step out. Right? You step out, and thank God you put on lab coats, or we would be rolling sneak checks until the cows came home. You put on your lab coats, and you put on your lab coats, and you enter into the lunchroom. It's the first thing. You step down the hallway into the lunchroom. It's pretty massive. From the entrance, you can see 4 long tables and an open entryway. And halfway through to a buffet, people in lab coats are lit around the facility chatting. It's a pretty noisy hall. But the first thing that catches your eye is a group of people crowded around someone you recognize. But he isn't in his dusty red shirt from the gas station. It's Crag. Crag from the gas station, but he's in a lab coat. And Susan, you recognize this instantly, of course, because you know him. You recognize this as Kevin. He's in his button down, his tie and slacks, a little lab coat underneath it. He's sitting on top of the table, talking to a group of people below him. You can't hear exactly what you hear him just above the crowd being like, talking in a very different voice than you've heard Crag before. And he's like, You wouldn't believe it. I thought that I did a perfect job as that gas station, that dusty gas station Crag. And so I just go in, I think I was filling as a replacement because normally I'm with Susan, the little CPA that just does the paper pushing. But here I am, sort of on a stage, sort of finding myself again. And one of the you hear one of the people that's around him. There's like all of these people in lab coats. One of them, and Penny, you see this person's name tag, and what does this person's name tag say? The person that's just like looking the most mesmerized by them.
Banana, banana bark.
Oh my god.
It's of course it's Banana Bark, and Banana Bark is like it must sound like this, and it's like, oh my god, Crag or Kevin. Sorry, Crag, you're so in character. I almost called you the wrong thing. Kevin, can you do your Weird Al? You do such a good Weird Al impression, and I just freaking love. Why'd you have to go and make me so constipated? That was like the jam that I had. And Crag is like, I absolutely, I can do my Weird Al for you. They actually approached me for the movie coming out on Epix that I think 4 people are going to watch. And I turned it down because I really liked sacrificing the teens, and they gave it to Daniel Radcliffe. And Banana Bark is like, Weird Al. And you can just tell, this group that's standing here, you can just tell that all of these people are absolutely just freaking obsessed with Kevin.
Okay, everybody. I guess it's time to get some info. And Crag is at the top of my list. Okay, Kevin.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So you know Kevin?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We know his work. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody seems to be pretty impressed, but I thought his performance was a little ghastly.
Thank you.
It didn't really light a fire. It fell a little flat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't feel you or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't give
Kind
you
of,
any.
left everything smoldering. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I don't know how you're going to convince him to swap places, but maybe if you embarrass him enough in front of his cronies, it'll
Embarrass him enough that he'll want to kill himself. I'm sorry.
And when you say that, Susan, Kevin looks over at you from the table because he's standing on the tabletop, so he sees the 4 of you in the entrance, and he's like, Yoo-hoo! Hi! We were just having a conversation about my incredible performance. Everybody loves me. Oh, Susan, how are you? And who are these 3 friends of yours? What were your names?
Oh, Kevin, these are visiting technicians from the Venezuelan team. Yes, they specifically requested that I take them on a tour of the facility. So.
What a tour! Here, and he pulls out a Sharpie, and he's like, he immediately, he just signs your, Wyatt, he signs your like your dangly socket hand, your torn elbow. He signs immediately, from Kevin with love, Argentinian team. And he's like, thank you so much. Oh, wow. How nice to meet other people. Do you have any questions for me?
Ask him how he got to be so stupid.
So, Kevin, I heard that you were a student of Meisner, and it was Meisner, I think, who once said that acting like a teenager was the hardest thing because childhood is ephemeral and so difficult to capture. Do you agree? And could you give us a taste of your performance?
He looks at you dead in the eyes and he says, I was a student of Meisner, I learned that Meisner was ephemeral and effective. Because I am a student of Meisner, can I give you a technique or a class? Sorry, did I recite that back correctly? I'm not sure.
It was close enough, you know. I just I'm just saying that, you know, playing it, anyone can play, you know, a person, an adult, but how many people can actually play a teenager?
Anybody can play a
Is it you?
person, but teenagers aren't people. It's much more
They are
challenging.
people.
Yeah, anyone
Oh.
anyone can be a gas station attendant.
Penny, can you do a charm? Can you do a charm check for me?
Oh, God.
boy.
Get it, Penny.
Come on, Penny. It's better than my
I only
charm
have one
check.
guy.
Wait. Is it
No.
better than my charm check?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's like, oh, can I play a teenager? And then you sort of watch his entire face shift. His entire face just completely shifts, and it looks like he almost gets smaller. And he's like, can I play a teenager? Mom, let me go to the party with my friends, Mom. And then everybody behind him applauds, and one person shouts, the Weird Al Banana is like, I love you, Kevin! You're so cool and popular! And then Kevin's like, oh, yes, me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, is it correct to assume that we have to embarrass this person to convince them to be our sacrifice, or do we just need to get like information from this person?
As GM, I don't think you necessarily have to convince someone to be a sacrifice. Y'all weren't like willing sacrifices. You were just sacrifices. So
That's what I
you can
thought.
do whatever you
Oh, okay.
I bet Kevin could pretend to be a teenager that's going to be sacrificed.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you
Yeah.
couldn't.
That I couldn't what? You're saying there's something I couldn't do?
Absolutely. I have to get a different accent or it's going to give me away completely. Absolutely. And my list just disappears. I bet
Were
you
you
couldn't do
doing
it if you tried.
Were you? Oh, a challenge. You know, I love a challenge. When I was studying at the Stella Adler School of Acting, Stella Adler herself, she looked at me and she said, you need to challenge yourself more. You're too good. And I, being me, was like, I think I am too good. So I dropped out of acting school. And I got 4 different degrees. But part of my process is that I don't want y'all to see me go into sacrifice. So I'm going into the break room. And I must be completely alone so I can prepare and get myself into character. And then he turns to the crowd of other scientists who are just awestruck, even though the world is about to end. And he's like, I'll be back in a moment. Well, it won't be me. And then he beelines into the door sort of diagonally across from y'all. And the door slams behind him, and then it reopens and some people scurry out as you hear him say, out!
Okay, so we have one person trapped in a room that we could possibly set on fire. There's only like how many more sacrifices left? Like we got athlete, we got brain, virgin.
Yeah, scholar,
Name again?
athlete.
No, I'm never gonna remember her name. Yep.
Yeah.
Annie.
Annie.
I'm just never gonna get it. It's fine.
Annie Bellerton. I don't know. Her name is so forgettable. Oh my gosh.
I don't even know what she looks like.
Maybe if we, okay, guys, maybe we could just, let her stay on the list.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, she wasn't
Let who
very
stay on the
helpful.
list?
Huh? What? Nothing. Nothing.
2 more. We only need 2 more.
We just need like 2 more. All right, let's go. Who's the most athletic person you know, Susan?
The most athletic
Or
person
that
I
you've
know.
observed, in the facility. in the facility.
Yeah, that works here is
Well-
a good caveat to put on there.
Yes.
I would say anyone on the IT team, because they have a softball team and they play every Wednesday night, and it's homer after homer with those guys. They're
Is
cracking
Miles
big ones.
on that softball team? The PA guy?
And then boom.
He might be. I mean, I'm not invited to the games.
You're not invited to
Again,
the
Miles.
games?
Hi, it's me on the
No,
PA again. The whole lunchroom goes quiet. Hi, it's me. It's me again, Miles at the IT department. Maybe the smartest person you know. Just wanted to give y'all a heads up. Just wanted to give you a heads up. We do have 60 minutes. 60 minutes until the sacrifice must be completed. And if that sacrifice is not completed, the world will end. Just want to let you guys know the stakes are that high. Thank y'all so much. Okay. And then you think that he thinks that he has left he has turned off the PA, but instead he's like, these fucking people need to get their stuff together or I'm gonna lose it. Oh, hi. No pressure. World is gonna end. Bye. And he clicks off, and you hear boom, boom, boom.
Okay, so
Let's go
if
try
Kevin
some other
is
doors.
if Kevin is in the break room, then and Miles is about to lose it, then we can tell Miles that one of the kids is in the break room, and Miles might just go ape shit on Kevin because he's so athletic.
Oh, I like it. I like it because then they could kill each other, and that just like saves us time and effort. Also,
Yeah.
Susan, you deserve to be on the softball team, and we're gonna have a conversation after this about how you need to like value yourself and put out like what you want to see in the world, and like you can do better things. Okay, sorry, different time. IT department, show us the way.
All right, we walk out of the break room. Oh my gosh, we walk out of the break room, and we open the next door.
Great. You open the door that's next to the break room. Is that the door? There's 3 doors. So there's the one that we know Kevin is currently in preparing. There's the cafeteria, and then there's 2 other doors. So it's just the door. You're opening the door next to Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You open up that door, and it is completely empty. There's no people in this room. But in this room is excuse me. Where did it go? This room, it's very obviously the lab room. There's a little plaque when you walk in that says "New Creature Intake, Lab Diagnostics." And on the wall, there's pictures of what seems to be scientists smiling with different monsters. Susan, there's a picture of you with Mothman as Mothman is being doing monster intake. And then Wyatt, what monster do you see on the wall? What sort of creature catches your eye?
Oh, it's a full mermaid. It's the hideous fish monster mermaid.
Great. You see that. And then behind y'all, or not behind y'all, but more in front, like next to the wall where that picture wall ends, you see 4 cabinets, 4 metal floor-length cabinets. And on the bottom next to it, you see an open, what looks to be like a cage that is open, some sort of high-tech cage. On the cabinets, it says classified. But most importantly, in the center, on a large metal table, hooked up to wires that are connected to a computer, hooked up to wires is a 6-legged, pasty white, spider-like creature. The one that you've seen a couple of times before. You recognize it immediately as a spinner. It is currently completely asleep. It even has a soft snore that it's doing. It's going...
Is that who I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I think we know them. Yeah, I think we know. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think we know them. Oh.
You know the spinner?
Yeah, they were a friend of ours that helped burn down a grill of a fish of a whale of a time. And then they were this.
Oh. Well, there's no way this facility will burn down. It's burn proof.
I know Penny did not like hearing that.
I feel like in unison we both just reach out instinctually to like comfort
Yes.
Penny.
We just pat Penny's shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Is there anything?
I mean, you could try to find a way, but you won't find it.
Thanks, Susan.
Oh, I'll find
look
it.
around.
I'll find a way.
I'll look around and see if there's anything like any more information like that I can pick up like on the desk.
Yeah.
If there's anything like the spinner.
There's the spinner is hooked up to a computer on the desk, and there's a cage. There's a cage on the ground, and there are cabinets that you could. They could be locked. They could not be. You would have to try to open them, and then it's a pretty sparse like lab room. It's just this thing hooked up to this computer, and then the cabinets.
I look on the computer.
Do I know any information about the spinner?
You would. Yeah, I would say that you know that it's the newest creature that's being added into the boxes, but you would know that its information hasn't been completely updated yet. So though you know that this monster is there, you don't necessarily know what it does, other than that it is a scary spider-looking thing.
So, they don't let me in on this information much, but I did overhear that this spinner is the jewel in the crown of the facility. Okay, this is the new hotness, and it's getting into the boxes soon. So if you need to talk to it, you better do that now.
How big is it?
Yes, that's a great question.
It's about 3 feet. It's
Okay,
like it's like the size of a dog.
So theoretically, if one of us was able to convince it that we were here to help, we could wear it like a backpack and get it out of the facility, and maybe it could do the murders for us because we are children.
And not use the cage.
Oh man, I was like, why is gonna wear that?
Do that.
Okay, I see this spider that I was afraid of the first time I saw it, but then I think back on the time we spent with Naomi, who I believe was the character's name.
Yes.
And I'll just kind of sidle up next to it and just poke it and see if it'll wake up.
Wyatt.
I just want to see if...
And Hazel, what are you doing during this time?
I was looking at the computer, trying to see if there's any information I can gather. But if I see Wyatt poking it, I'm gonna be like, "What are you doing? It's gonna tear you. We don't know what it is now. That might not be
This
Naomi
is happening
anymore."
simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah, this is happening simultaneously. So why don't I'll give you let's do a program check for you as you like type on this computer, as you like check out this computer.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I really need more in program. All right.
You got this.
Oh, I thought I had it. One day I'll get a reroll.
Ooh. Do you have a reroll?
No, I don't.
No, you ain't got nothing. It's a critical failure. So the second that you touch on that computer, and the second that Wyatt touches the spinner, this thing just absolutely, the computer sparks up, and that surge is enough to awaken this creature. This creature gets up. It immediately starts snapping and biting toward all of you. It's snapping and snapping. It is going a little cray cray. And it's just like going and just clawing at things. It is luckily like you see then that it's connected to, it's like strapped to the table a little bit, so it can't get too far, sort of like a dog on a leash. but it is just absolutely thrashing about. Wyatt, what do you do as soon as this starts happening?
I attempt to calm the thrashing beast through the power of song. I'm going to sing at it in an attempt to like snake charmer it, or calm like the chickens, which is the move. It's the only move I got when it comes to handling animals.
I love it.
That is an empathize check, but you get an added die if you actually sing for me.
If you think I won't, then you don't know me very well.
No,
I sing to it.
You will.
I sing to it, seeing that that it's like thrashing awake out of a fitful night's sleep. I sing, "Good morning, good morning. You slept the whole night through. Good morning to you, big scary spider thing."
I'll start tap dancing in the back.
That's good enough. Maybe.
Yes. Okay, describe how this thing reacts to your song.
I think instead of like, I think it's still like thrashing and fighting at the restraints, but it sort of does it rhythmically in time with the music and is less bitey towards us and is more just struggling to break free.
Yeah, it struggles to break free. And you know what? I'll even give you, why not? Let's get a little crazy. It struggles, and it's enough that it does come off of its little hook. The chain sort of breaks that it's on. And now it's just sort of like at an alert, at an attentive, sort of like staring at y'all, looking around with its like little beady red eyes. And it gives like a soft hiss, but it's not attacking because you did just sing to it. So it's just looking at you like,
hello to you too.
I try to follow up and be like, Naomi, do you remember us?
Can you roll a contact check?
Oh God.
You got this, and you have an added die.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you. Oh man. Then I'm gonna add that die. Because I'm gonna need it. Here we go. Yes! Oh my God! Gaia, thank you! Gaia, thank you! Oh my God! That would not have worked without you right there.
Naomi, when you say, Naomi, do you remember us? It looks at you and it gives you like a little head nod, like, I'm listening. It just sort of looks at you and is like,
I look over at Wyatt and I'm like, go on.
Okay, nice to see you again. I'm so sorry it's not under better circumstances. Hey, you want to get out of here probably, and we super want to get out of here. So I was wondering if maybe we could help each other out. Apparently we have to sacrifice some things, so if you're okay doing a little bit of killing, then we can, if we kill the right people, then we can just leave. All of us.
Ask her to dance.
Do you like to dance? Wait, what?
it turns
Go
to
on.
you, Susan, and it's like,
Oh, hello.
To Susan?
Gosh, this is an amazing day for Susan. It's a pleasure to meet you.
do you go to shake his hand?
Does it look like it's gonna?
I do.
Wait. Before Susan does that, does it look like it's gonna tear Susan's hand off?
The hisses are sort of, you have no idea what it's gonna do.
I don't trust it. Oh my God.
But this spinner creature, it does stick one sort of thing out, and it does indeed shake your hand, Susan.
Nice.
Oh, Shantae.
So I look at Wyatt and I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you breaking it out?"
I say, I've never been less sure about anything, but I don't see another option in the immediate vicinity, and I'd rather work towards a solution that we know than bank on a solution we don't yet have.
All right. So I'll start trying to help.
Counterpoint.
Oh, spicy.
And
let's
Penny's
go.
been like standing this entire time, like looking at the cameras and the computers. And as before she was a cheerleader, she was head of the robotics club. So she's gonna try to hack into the system.
I love.
Ooh, into the computer system?
Yes.
Great. You can go to the computer and you can do a let's do a program check for you.
All right, that's 7.
Yes.
Yes. 2 6s, baby.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you explain how you hack into this computer?
Absolutely. I pull up the mainframe window and I hack into it. I know DOS commands off the back of my hand because I used to again be the head of the robotics club. All of those days in IRC and MIRC chat rooms really come in handy right now. And it's like super easy to bypass in here. The password is literally password. Like this is embarrassing, and I hope the IT department is embarrassed by this. And she's just like mumbling drunkenly as she's typing, like, "Oh my god, who wrote this?" But she's able to hack in, get to the main root folder, and she is able to have access to all of the cells containing the ancient gods.
Yes. So the cells don't contain the ancient gods themselves. They
Okay.
contain all of the monsters that are in them. The monsters are
Perfect.
flurrying about. And as you click on it, a notification pops up that says, "Welcome to the database." And Susan, this immediately, I think, piques your interest as well. It's the database. You've heard it. You know what it is. And it says two things. It says staff and it says sacrificers. And it's one, you get to click on one or the other. And it also says, like, feel free to enter keywords. And then there's like a keyword, like a thing for you to type into it. While in the background, you see just like shifting cubes of different monsters in the background.
Yeah.
This is it. You have access to the full database. You can assign the sacrificers.
Absolutely. The other thing I was thinking about is I think it's kind of unfair that the monsters don't get to choose their own sacrifice. Like, what if we instead just close this door, let all the monsters out, let them choose who they want to sacrifice? We'll be safe in here. We're going to hang out with Naomi. They kill whomever they want to. And then everybody goes home.
That's an interesting point.
It's the last part of that particular plan that worries me. Given if all of the monsters are out in the facility,
how do we
leave the facility?
Penny, how do we get out, Penny?
And Susan.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. And Susan, right. Okay, that's a good point. Is there any way that we could like get them back to it? Is there any way to like recall the monsters, or is it kind of like once the genie's out of the bottle, it's just kind of killing everything?
Though you have access to the database, you are not sure that you are allowed, that you can open up all of the cells from here. You do have access to the database full of monsters, but you don't have confirmation that this would necessarily even work. But one thing, I think, Susan, you would have the information that once a sacrificer is sent out, there's no getting him back until the job is done.
Yeah, once you unleash hell, it's just fire and brimstones, right? It's happening.
Okay.
So just be wary there. Some of the monsters I have noticed do respond very positively to Miles's sultry, dulcet tones. So, just something to consider.
I also look
Okay.
into
We've all heard him.
Since Penny has, done what I definitely could not, which was work with the computer, but got me to some information. Is there any information that I can glean or comprehend from, like, do I see any folders or anything that look interesting?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you see because you rolled before, you see a folder in the database that says rules for opening system. system opening rules. There we go.
I tell Penny to click on that folder or that file. Open it
You
up.
got it. I'm gonna just access that folder really quick. Sorry, this is like SQL code from like 1995. Oh my god.
Love queries.
And here we go. Here we go.
You open it up and it says it's just a simple phrase or a simple like rule. Like it almost looks like a TOS when you download a new app or when you join Facebook or something like that. And it just says facility not liable for any extra deaths as a result of sacrificer being unleashed. In order to open all system doors simultaneously, you must click the red switch in the what is called the the Sacrificial Armory.
I write all
on
of this
floor
down.
3.
Floor 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's
This is good
accessible only by
information.
elevator.
Accessible only by elevator. Wonderful. I write this stuff down, and I assume there's nothing else to find. And, I look at the spinner. I'm like, does it want snacks? Wyatt, do you have any candy? Should we just feed it something? I don't know when the last time it ate. I don't want it to gnaw on my foot.
I'll reach into my pocket
Does it
and I'll
want a
pull
Pearl
out like
Slam?
6 warheads. Just the super
Oh.
sour candies.
Oh my gosh. This is intense. Is this all you have?
No. But it's in my top. It's the quickest access. It's in my top pocket. If we need more, I can go into my cargo short pockets, which are lower down.
I try to give one of the warheads to the spinner. Does it like it? Or is it better
You
if
give a
Wyatt
warhead,
does
it
it?
goes up and it sniffs it with its like weird slit nose. And then like a long sort of like forked tongue thing licks it and it goes back in. And then it makes a sound. It's not quite like a hiss. It's sort of like a and it's like little weird, not lips but teeth thing do what you think would pucker, and it just like goes like.
To wake you up. It's to re-energize you. And I gingerly put it on the ground and I step back. I'm like, guys, we should go check out the last room. Let's go look.
I'll like open my lab coat so that the spinner can climb up in if it wants to join unseen.
Okay. So before everybody leaves, I just want to double check. We're not going to open up all of the monster doors and have them just kind of wilding out in the nature, right? So we're no on that?
I tell Penny I have the exact instructions on how to do it. We just can't do it from here. It's on the third level, okay? So if it's an option, I prefer not to, but it's an option.
Cool. Are there any weapons in this room?
There are no weapons in this room.
Okay. Then Penny is like, okay, time to go. Let's go, Spinner. And just like kind of gently taps the back of Wyatt's back that is conspicuously hiding the spinner.
Wonderful.
If the spinner joined.
The spinner joins. The spinner
cool.
absolutely joins you.
That kind of tickles. No, not there. Not there. Okay, we're good.
So you step out of the lab, back into the cafeteria, and you hear from the door to the break room, you just hear the sound of Kevin warming up, going, me, 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 teen, 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 teen. And you want to go into the third door, or where are we heading?
The third door. Unless you guys, awesome. Okay, third door. Let's do it.
You open up the third door, and it opens up, and it's just a small hallway that leads to what looks like an elevator, a glass elevator. And there's a little console in front of it that says, like, please enter your floor. And it has a list of 3 different floors. It says security headquarters, IT department, sacrificial armory, loading dock, and then what's the other floor that you see, Susan? It's a floor you know and love.
This is my favorite floor. Okay. It's just bathroom floor. It's all bathrooms. Look, this is where promotions happen. This is where water cooler talk happens, on the bathroom floor. Okay? Everybody's coming up here to do a dumper. You're going to be waiting a while. Maybe you talk to the boss. Okay? You mention your dreams, your hopes, your career aspirations. I love the bathroom floor. It's just toilets as far as the eye can see.
Great. The bathroom. I'm underwhelmed.
I don't have many friends at work.
I'm underwhelmed. I just, man.
Susan, I need you to remember you're a really powerful person and that you have a lot to offer the world, and you don't need to be reduced to a bathroom conversation with your boss, quite possibly looking at them in the face, because it kind of seems like there are no stall dividers. You didn't describe them, so I'm just going to go with that.
The only place that you can corner anyone to talk to you is while they're waiting for the bathroom.
Oh, Susan.
You don't need to corner. They should be cornering you to talk to you.
Oh, I don't like that either.
Susan's
Do
interested.
you find that the conversations there are all the same? Are they just a dime a dumpin'?
Oh.
I'm sure it's all just a flush.
Virgin's got jokes. I respect
actually, if we are undercover, can we just adjust it a little bit? Can you call me like Virgil from the Venezuelan team?
Okay, I guess I could. Virgil from Venezuela. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, is there anything useful that we see in this room?
There is an elevator in this room that can take you to the IT department, security headquarters, sacrificial armory, loading dock and exit, or bathroom floor.
Oh, great.
I mean,
Perfect.
bathroom floor is such an uninspired name. Off the top of my head, you could call it Toilet Town or the Porcelain Penthouse, like anything.
Truly, actually. Yeah, I like that, Wyatt. That makes it sound so much better. I'll take my marker from earlier. I'll scratch it out and call it the Porcelain Penthouse. And that just makes me feel better.
You do it. You do it in like a weird moment of like wanting to just side with Wyatt, and stand up for something the same as Wyatt. And when you scratch it out, but it's on a screen. So you scratch it out on a screen, but as you rotate through different floors, all of them, when they hit that mark, are now called Porcelain Palace.
And we're just going to roll with it.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I know.
Okay, next stop, Porcelain Penthouse or Porcelain Palace, whatever y'all want.
Porcelain.
I love that. Oh man, we go to the top floor because now I guess we have to guess.
Yeah. So you click Porcelain Penthouse / bathroom floor as the place that you want to explore.
If they're all Porcelain Palace bathroom floor, I don't think we have a choice.
It's only because you wrote. No, you have a choice. It's just because you wrote on Sharpie. They all like read porcelain because you wrote on the thing, so it just looks like it says that now. But it's not the only floor that's available.
Excellent. I want to go to the IT department first.
Atta girl.
Let's go. I pressed the button.
Great. It puts in the button and it says password. But luckily, Susan knows what the password is for access to that floor. It's the one place she knows is the password to everything. And she types in, it's a word password. And what's the word, Susan?
Joe DiMaggio. Of course, best ball players of all time. Those hotheads in IT, they love their ball, you know?
So the glass elevator opens up. Joe DiMaggio opens up this elevator. Y'all step in. You step into this elevator, and the elevator begins to move through space. At first, it looks like you're going up on an elevator, like a standard elevator, but then it lunges forward, and suddenly this glass elevator is moving through this wild, dark space, like a void of space. And you see other little glass elevators crossing around it, sort of like in a grid structure, different glass elevators going to different places. And in them, you see things like one of them has two demons ripping what looks like a hunk of meat apart. Another one you pass has a werewolf howling at the moon. Another one has that blob mermaid. And another one has, Penny, what do you see in another one?
Panku, the ancient Chinese creation goddess, she is half snake, half human, and she made humans out of the yellow dirt of a very ancient Chinese river. Panku, Pan-Ku.
You absolutely say that out loud to them as you pass it. And Susan, what do you see in one?
Oh my God. It's the Mothman. I've never been so lucky to cross paths. I press myself up against the elevator glass and I mouth, I love you.
Love you.
Just tears open your shirt to reveal an I Love Mothman t-shirt.
Rip open my cotton blouse. What does he look like? He's stunning. I mean, he's impressive. He's got, I don't know, a 9-foot wingspan, dark wings, red piercing eyes, just blinding, pierce into your soul. And I feel like he's piercing into my soul right now as I see him.
And can you roll an empathize check for me, Susan?
Yes, what should I roll for that?
4d6.
See if it works.
Roll it.
That was 1.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I put in 4, but I don't know why I didn't roll.
Oh, it's good.
3, 4. Roll.
There we go. Did it roll?
I don't think so.
Sorry, I'm not sure why it's not.
Let's just have for
Oh, you know
sake
what?
of-
I got it. I think I got it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
Right.
well.
Yay.
I was
We-
like, yes, we
well,
rolled it.
It's 4 total.
Oh, we did
no,
roll.
well.
You do have a reroll available, Susan.
Yes. Do you want to use it?
Susan will reroll.
Roll for
Great.
Mothman.
Reroll for Oh,
That was only one. You still got 3 more dice.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I've rolled 3 more.
Yeah,
Okay,
3
sorry.
more dice. Do it.
You're good.
no, you're good. It's a reroll of 4.
I think it's more day, first day.
Oh.
Oh,
I
sad.
saw a 6. I swear.
You press up and you say like, I love you, Mothman. And Mothman like has his Mothman wings up, and when he puts his Mothman wings down, there is another Mothman behind him. And they look at each other and they just start making out, those two Mothmen.
Oh, I'm like,
Susan's heart. You'd see her heart. You'd see it shatter into a million pieces.
oh no. Wait.
Oh.
Do we register this? I'm like, oh, that's bad.
You register. It's not right. You're in a tiny glass elevator. You register what you want.
You know what? That's it. I took this job because I wanted to work for something. I wanted to be part of something. the Mothman. The Mothman was my everything. I don't have a reason to live anymore. I don't have you know what? Quite frankly, I don't have a reason to live anymore. So you know what? Sacrifice me. I could be I'll be the smart one. I'll take the smart one place. Sacrifice me, the scholar. That's the one.
As she says sacrifice me, the scholar, and y'all sort of know like a scholar she ain't, like the person in love with Mothman ain't the scholar you're looking for. You hear
Smart one. Put me as the smart one. I don't want to live anymore. Put me as the smart one.
We'll talk about
she
that.
keeps saying it.
Yeah,
she keeps saying it. She cannot stop saying it.
I'm like, we'll discuss it. We'll see if we can make that happen. And I'm just looking at Wyatt and Penny. I'm like,
Penny's mouthing virgin, like kind of loudly, like virgin.
oh man, that's great. Oh yeah, because he's the popular one for sure. Okay, it may work. Yeah, I just write that in my notes.
You hear,
oh man.
boom, 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 as the elevator is still gliding through space. Now it's like beginning to get through like a tight pocket where it's pressing up against things. And you hear, hey guys, Miles again. 30 minutes until sacrifice must be completed, and if not, the world ends. Mayan ruins failed. It seems that they had the curse reversed. So we are halting all travel in the facility until the United States sacrifices are found. We now believe that they could be in our facility, so we are going on lockdown. And then the elevator comes to a grinding halt as you hear the like ending of the broadcast. Boom, boom, boom. Just one note different than NBC now. The elevator stops, and you were so darn close to where you needed to go. The elevator stops, and now pressed against you are two glass elevators on either side. On the right, a nun with red eyes holding a crucifix. And like a demonic nun. And to your left, a unicorn that looks super angry. But you see that the elevators that they're connected to and they're pressed up against, one says security headquarters, and that's behind the nun with red eyes. And the other one behind the landing strip behind the unicorn one says IT department. So, and you notice here, as it hadn't occurred before, that these elevators, all of them can open in any direction. So it's possible to open these elevators from any direction for all of them through. So that it goes IT department, unicorn, y'all, demon nun with red eyes and crucifix, security headquarters.
Great. Just great.
And then as you see all of that and it comes to a stop, Annabeth says from behind you, you hear Annabeth go, oh my God, we're fucked.
Have you been here the whole time?
Guys, she's like fully in a lab coat. She's like, yeah, the spinner, the whole thing. Susan and seeing the Mothman, who I guess are LGBTQ plus, which is dope. The like going in, seeing Kyle, locking him in the thing, not knowing what's going on. Like, I'm here, guys. I am around.
Okay. Wow. What's your name again? You know what? I'm not gonna remember. It's fine. Do you
It's
think
okay,
Naomi?
don't ask.
Do you think Naomi could eat unicorn if I were to just like break it? Break the glass? Do you think it's possible, or do you think it's like a vegetarian situation?
You see Wyatt is like making what the technique he's using looks like he's making a snowball, but in actuality he has just licked a couple warheads and is smashing a bunch of hot tamales into like this aggressive ball that looks like just a really a disaster of red food coloring in his hand. He goes, I was going to try to feed it this to maybe distract it.
I like that idea. But how are we going to get it to it?
I'm Penny has her keychain out and her like Swiss Army knife, and it's just like, I mean, I got some thoughts.
Okay.
Just real quick, Susan, you're not a horse girl, are you?
No, but I can see why you would think that. But that being said, what do you need? What do you need? Because I might have a beat on a horse.
Can you charm the angry unicorn? Can you get it to like not gore us?
Yeah.
I could give it the old college try. I mean, I am going to die anyway as the scholarly sacrifice, so...
that was your choice.
What do I have to lose?
Right.
And Penny's gonna start taking her Swiss Army knife and start like trying to like get a hole out. She's gonna do it like Catwoman style.
Let's
get a
see
hole out
if
of the
this
glass where the
works.
unicorn is.
Why not?
Great. And while that's happening, Annabeth is looking at this demon nun that's now slamming in the glass, trying to get at you. And she's like, crazy demon nun, like, what a virgin. Am I right? LOL, I'm so funny. I got jokes.
I can't stand Annabeth, I swear.
Wait. That's so unconventional. I never thought of sacrificing one of the monsters before.
Oh,
is that allowed?
That's genius.
I don't know.
Do you think that we could
Is
get
it
the
allowed?
unicorn to like fight the nun? Maybe.
And
maybe they
you
could
just
like,
hear Wyatt like
each other?
look otherworldly for a moment as he gazes into the distance and remembers something he saw a couple weeks ago, like late night on HBO, and he just says, "Let them fight."
The unicorn is the natural enemy of the nun.
I want to believe that. I refuse to think otherwise. So,
yes.
Canon.
So whatever. So if we open our elevator and let the spinner out and make a web beneath us, then we can land on the web and let them fight in the middle elevator.
How many glasses am I breaking? Because I'm like ready to break so much glass. I have it down.
What do y'all think?
Penny's already like carved out a circle into the unicorn's thing. She just has to push.
Is that a smart idea, guys? Okay. Let's I think we should let the spinner try it.
All of your ideas are smart. Never doubt yourself. Yes.
Oh, thanks, Wyatt. So I get the spinner and I try to open the door like forwards away from the nun and the unicorn. And I say, Naomi, could you build a web under the a web under the elevator? Thank you. Yeah, thanks, I guess. And does Naomi do it?
Naomi crawls out of the shirt and looks over the edge and is clearly like afraid and is like lurching back from the edge on their all sixes, like going like.
You can do it, Naomi. We believe in you.
I turn to Wyatt and Penny. I'm like, it's a spider, right? Like it does spider stuff, right? Like
There's no. Everybody can be afraid of heights. Also, that's an endless black void leading to nothing and possibly something worse. So we can't judge that. But
I get scared, but like I just don't want to overestimate its abilities. I don't want to make it do something it can't do.
Building on your idea, instead of going down, we can go up because there's a roof to this, so we can climb on top of that.
You know, I'm not a great climber. So like,
I'll boost you up. I'll just throw you up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We could go up.
You're I got you.
I turn to Naomi and I say, would it be better to go up? And does Naomi like
Naomi looks at you. Naomi does not know what is going on other than that there is this spider does not speak, like it's off vibes. Like it likes you off based on vibes. It does not
No.
So it
Oh
just
my
it
God.
just looks at you and it's like
Eight-legged
it's
shrug.
clearly sort of like overstimulated and yeah, a little spider shrug.
I didn't know this spider
Spinner
had
shrug.
hydrophobia. Okay. I
Is
guess we'll
the
just have to
roof
go with.
of the elevator. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it like can we kind of like open it? Is there any kind of like vent system?
You can't open it, but I think it is feasible that you could like open one side, grab on, and try to hoist yourself up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think that's smart.
Yes. So if we want these two things to fight, then then Penny is going to have to like make also like an almost done cut like basically a hole ready for big enough for the nun to go through and a hole big enough for the unicorn to go through. That would be ready to give away in just a push. It's gonna be like a Mission Impossible kind of situation.
Or
So
is there
she's Mhm.
is there while Penny is thinking that through, is there a way to like, are there any levers to like open the doors, like emergency?
That would
buttons?
be smarter. Yes. Yes.
No, just different.
There is a panel. There is a panel on the inside of the elevator that will allow you to open up the door to your left or the door to your right, but you can't do both at the same time.
Got it. Okay. So while
Fiddling with it while this
Penny
plan.
does
while
that
she's been
side,
trying.
I'll do the other side with the panel, so we can do it at the same time.
Side
Is
question: can we still see the Mothman banging?
Yeah, we're gonna say that it is escalated from making out, and there is molting on the floor. Like presumably they are naked, but underneath the exoskeleton is just more Mothman exoskeleton, and it's just on the ground, and there's more of it unshedding as they
Okay,
Penny,
continue.
Hazel
Good.
covers her
They're-
eyes. Oh, this is
Yeah,
so
they're
cute.
just. I didn't. Oh god.
Okay, well, we know that we can't sacrifice them for virgins. And then Annabeth is like, this is so fun.
Guys, we can use it. We can use the Mothman. We can use the Mothman to entice the unicorn.
Before we
Are
murder
are
it with
unicorns
the nun?
enticed by exoskeleton?
We have. If a unicorn is driven to arousal, it will break the glass. This is science.
Oh,
I read this in my books. Remember, I'm
Great.
the smart one.
oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
We have to get the unicorn to see the Mothman to increase its own arousal and then shatter the glass. While Penny, you work on creating the hole in the other glass.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
And,
the demon
almost
nun
done.
is truly like knocking her head in her like little nun habit with her red eyes against the glass, like looking at y'all and just screaming in Latin. But you can't hear it. It sounds muffled. So it's just like,
Sorry, we're Vatican II only. And Penny's like almost done. The glass is like ready. So if like you just like hit it at just the right point, it would shatter and allow the unicorn to come through.
I go ahead and start
The
telling
unicorn.
Wyatt and Susan to start heading up along with the spinner. And
After the nun is like cursing in Latin, I just say, and with your spirit, and we'll try to find a way up.
right. Beautiful.
great. Wyatt, because you have the strongest move and you're sort of the base here and getting everyone up, can you just roll a move check for me?
I'm so sorry. I clicked a button on my mouse and it exited me out of the window. I'm rolling a move check.
You're rolling a move check.
That sounds like I slipped my cursor onto an X. No, there's a bonus button that I didn't know about on my mouse that was like, hey, did you want to go back from this webpage?
Oh, fun.
I'm very familiar. Yeah.
Silly. 1 success on 7 die. We got there, baby.
Yes. How do you get up? How do you all of them get up?
So I think it's a combination of ingenuity and focus, and I believe the spinner is helping me. So I like point Naomi up to where we're going, and they like climb up the wall and like are able to hit a small latch that like pushes it open. But I give them my sleeve because my arm is a little bit limp. And they like pull that up, and I'll grab Susan, and Naomi helps us both up, and then we'll hold Susan so that Susan is ready to pull up Hazel and Penny. Did that make sense?
Great.
Yes.
I feel like I blacked out
and
for a second.
Annabeth is like, Annabeth then to Susan is like, I guess I'm staying behind to get the unicorns to look at Mothman to get aroused so that they can break their own glass. Is that
Yes.
That's my
Yes.
role. Susan,
Can I make-
Susan, hi, sorry, I'm Annabeth. Yes.
Oh my god.
I love your energy.
Hey. Thanks.
Oh my god. So can I make an observation? When we climb up and Annabeth is left in the elevator, right? Does it look like the nun or the unicorn register her at all?
No. Absolutely. They're absolutely looking past her.
Perfect. I say, Annabeth, you've got one job, okay? And it's to open that door.
Open that door, tap that glass right there, and you are good to go.
And you just slip by. You just slip by, Annabeth. Can you do that?
Oh, okay.
And
I
Penny is
I
holding
can
on to the
certainly
roof top, just like ready to slide it just in case.
Wait, but Susan, how do I Susan, hi. And it's me, it's Annabeth. Susan, how do you get a unicorn to look at the sex moth men?
That's a great question. I mean, I would probably just be like, unicorn, unicorn, and then point at the Mothmen. And the unicorn, they'll know. They'll know what to do.
Okay.
Unicorns are very responsive.
Can you roll a can you roll a program check for me? Susan? That's
Sure,
5 plus 3, so that's 8.
8?
Yeah.
It's 1 8.
8d6.
8d6.
Oh, 8d6.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was.
We weren't clear. 8 d6s. Yeah.
8d6.
This is a good roll.
Plus 3?
No. Just 8 d6.
No, I'll give you plus. You can do 9d6 because you really know know a lot about Mothman.
Please,
there we go.
Roll one more.
Holy shit! That last die. Oh my gosh.
That was annoying, wasn't it? Roll one more.
You got one die. You got one
For all the
d6.
Susans.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Okay. So you tell her how to do it, and Annabeth is like, got it. And then she turns and she's like, unicorn, I'm Annabeth. And the unicorn, like, look over there. And she's not paying attention to the unicorn, and she's pointing like, look over there. And the unicorn, something kind of magical happens. And for the first time, this unicorn sees Annabeth. And more importantly, I think for the first time, Annabeth is seen. And the unicorn charges for Annabeth. It shatters the hole that Penny made. Annabeth is completely speared through from the side. The unicorn keeps going. The unicorn shatters the glass where the demon nun is. The demon nun, now it's a skewer on the unicorn horn. Annabeth and demon nun. And the unicorn keeps running, pivots, shatters the glass, and all of them just go sliding out into the oblivion. And the nun flies off the skewer. Annabeth flies off the skewer, and she lifts and she sees all of you looking at her body as it's just spewing blood out from both sides. She looks at you both, and now, for the first time in her life, she's seen by 4 people simultaneously. And she looks at each of you in your eyes in like slow-mo, and she just says, "You're my best friends." And then she falls down into the void.
Wyatt, after like a moment to grieve and like panic, he just goes, "That was crazy. Who was that?"
On something. Something.
Amy Beth? I don't know.
I'm sorry about your friend, Susan.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Susan.
really sorry about that.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry, Susan. That must have been really hard for you.
We weren't close, but I just there'll be another.
And then you hear boom, boom, boom. Hey guys, so crazy turn of events. It's me, Miles, in the IT department. Just insane turn of events here. So it looks like we did get the popular and virgin sacrifice. So now we're just looking for a scholar and athlete sacrifice. Not to pressure, but all other systems failed. So the only available option are to kill the rest of the US people, and we've only got like 20-ish minutes. So that would be great. Okay, I'm panicked and I'm logging off. Boom, boom,
We head straight towards the information center. I just hurry everybody. I'm like, come on, guys, we gotta go.
IT. Yep.
IT. I think we're going to IT,
jump
right?
down.
Yes.
Yep. We're
Yeah,
gonna go
IT, yeah.
where the unicorn was, and just by any chance, did the unicorn leave any like horns or anything that like could be used for a weapon?
Ooh. Yeah, sure. The unicorn horn dislodged in the nuns area when it started to fall. It dislodged its horn like a bee. Yeah, I'll give you a freaking unicorn horn to use as a weapon for sure, Penny.
Excellent. Penny's definitely gonna take that and then run to the IT room.
And we've got to hurry,
Great.
guys, because I know for a fact that softball practice is in 45 minutes.
Yeah,
So
right
we're
after
gonna
the
kill
end of
one
the
these
world.
guys. We got to do it now.
Right after the end of the world.
Y'all step into the engineering, IT department hallway or door. It opens out into this is like the biggest room you've been in yet. There are cubicles everywhere. There's people typing. Everyone's wearing a lab coat, but underneath it, everyone's got a baseball jersey. And they're all running around, scrambling. Everyone's freaking out, like, "Oh my God, we're gonna die! Oh my God, we're gonna die! Where are the people from the USA?" And they're like, "Who cares about the bet now?" And they're like, "Oh, what about our game in 45 minutes?" Well, there's not gonna be a game in 45 minutes, Chris. The world's gonna end. And to the left, you see at PA, you see honestly, they look fierce. They've got a baseball jersey. It's studded pink. They've got a lab coat over it, and they're talking into a headphone. And their plaque very clearly says Miles. And they're just sort of like keying with a friend next to them as y'all enter. So it's like the whole IT department down there. There's a door at the end, and then right to your right, there's the desk, a big desk where the PA announcements are coming from with Miles on it. Just sort of talking to like an assistant next to them.
Okay. So Guys, I think we just gotta kill him.
If we can get him to make an announcement that one of the teenagers is in the break room, perhaps everybody in the cafeteria will just go hog wild.
Yes. Okay.
You're right.
Great.
Okay,
And then
okay.
we'll get 2 birds with 1 stone. Perfect. All right. So, who's gonna convince Miles to do this? Honestly,
Which of you is the most athletic? Because that's what, these jocks respond to.
I turn to Wyatt and I'm like, Wyatt. I've seen you do some great character work. I truly think this is your time to shine. Okay. You think you can do this?
100%. I just have to do my best Venezuelan accent. Let's do this.
Okay. So we approach Miles's table.
I will walk up to Miles.
Yes. What is Miles doing?
Yeah, sorry. Hi, sorry. We're in the middle of trying to stop the world from being done. What department are you from?
Hello there. My name is Virgil from Venezuela, and I am here to assist you in the murder of the teenagers. And I have information that would be good for you to know that one of the children's was last seen in the break room. So if you make an announcement, then you could have people do the kill in the break room.
Gracias.
Did you say? I'm sorry. Did you say Argentina or Swede, Italy?
I am from Venezuela by way of Sweden. My mother was Swedish, my father Italian.
Oh.
My accent indeterminate.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I love an indeterminate accent. Amazing. Okay, and sorry. And what was it that you wanted one more time? I just needed to clear. I couldn't even listen. I was so sort of taken aback.
No, it's totally fine. I am accustomed to repeating myself at least once, so people understand that the communication that I attempt. So, as a reminder, the children's teenagers, American, is in break room for the murder. Await sacrifice. Make dead.
Oh my God, which one? Is it the virgin? He's really a virgin. You can really tell.
Oh, we already did it. He's the virgin.
I believe, yes.
Popular.
Is he? This is the pop. Oh no, it was pop. Wait.
Popular one is dead.
The popular one. Popular one is dead. The virgin is already dead. This must have been the schooler.
Can you roll a charm check?
I just want to
Of course.
kill Virgil. I just want to kill Craig. I don't care at this point.
I blanked on what you asked me to charm. Got it.
There we
The 6 will be enough. If it is sufficient, then I will take this.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Wow, I was like weird. Okay. Thank you so much for your help. What was your name?
My name is Virgil. Virgil Giuseppe Wrangler.
Virgil Giuseppe Wrangler. Thanks, VGR. Attention on the net. Boom, boom, boom. You see that he's actually been the one doing the sounds the whole time. He's saying boom, boom, boom himself. And he's like, hi, just so everyone knows, we have confirmed that the virgin?
Yes, big time, no sex, break room. No, scholar.
Right.
The schooler.
The schooler. Okay. Oh, it's the schooler. Oh, yeah.
The schooler.
Okay, sorry. We have confirmed that the scholar is in the break room. So if people can just, and then from the microphone you just hear screaming. You just hear absolute screaming, and then you hear out of the microphone somebody being like, No, it's me. It's Kevin. No, I'm not doing a teenage scholar. Well, I am a scholar. I did go to Stella Adler for one semester when I was 19. And then you just hear the sound of him dying, and he just goes, and he's like, okay, well, and then you see blood trickle down the wall behind Miles into a jar that says scholar. And now the scholar jar, the virgin jar, and the popular jar are all filled, and the athlete jar is still empty.
So in just a fit of desperation, because I know we're running out of time, I observe Miles. Does Miles look really fit?
Ooh, Miles is absolutely wearing a pink baseball jersey. Like I said, a jersey. Is it called a baseball jersey? What is a baseball?
Yes, like a baseball
outfit
tee,
called?
like a 3/4 length shirt.
Yeah,
God, that looks
baseball.
good. I love a good
Yeah,
baseball tee.
3/4 length shirt, and they've got a slugger on their desk.
Perfect. You guys, I've like gotten behind Miles, if I could, and I pull out my number 2 pencil. I'm gonna stab Miles as many times as I can in his neck, if I can.
This is we'll make this actually a sneak check, and I'll give you +1.
Thank you, Pistol. Come on. Okay, this is gonna be a sneak. Let's see how.
And you have an add a die if you want to use it. You have an additional add a die if you want to use it.
Awesome. Okay, I have. So I see I got a reroll. Do I also have an add a die?
Yeah, you have an. Oh, you have a reroll?
I do. It says Pistol just gave me a reroll. Let me see.
Oh, fun.
Okay, so I also have an added die, right? Because if I do, I'm gonna add it right now.
You have an added die.
If that doesn't work out, then
you won't get it for the reroll, but you will get it for the first time.
Might as well use it. Let's go. All right, we're gonna reroll. All right, here we go. Please. Oh my God! It just won't let me stop. Hazel's too pure for this.
No. I'm gonna give you my reroll, and here's how I would like to flavor me helping. I'm still talking to him. Hazel's like getting ready, and I want to give a big distraction so that she has the biggest opportunity, like the biggest space. So I just say, there is one last thing to say to you, Miles, and that is, do you like film?
I love film.
Then say hello to my little friend, and I'll open up the jacket so that he can see the spinner.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna pray. Oh, I got one added die. I'm gonna add it on
One
the
added die.
reroll.
Okay.
Excellent.
Get
I'm
it.
rolling.
Great.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
I'm trying.
Wow.
Okay,
Hazel, you are just too pure of a human.
Too pure. It's
Penny
story
is Penny's gonna give it a go with the unicorn horn and just straight stab.
Great.
Penny
Well, but before that happens.
Yes,
before that happens, he grabs. You go in with the pencil from behind. He grabs the pencil. He snaps the number 2 pencil in half with his hands. He throws it down. He looks at the spinner and he's like, "Don't tell me you're the frickin' sacrifices." And then he looks at you, Susan, and he's like, "Susan, why?"
And then Susan turns to Miles and she goes, "Gotcha, bitch."
Snaps my
That's really cool.
Like Susan. Oh, Susan stuck to toil and accounting forever. Oh, no one will talk time for the bathrooms. Oh, well, you know what, Miles? It's time now.
Oh,
my best friend just died.
Oh.
Look out.
And then Miles is like, "I'm not supposed to do this, but dire times call for dire things, and he flips open a thing on the desk, and there's a big red button that was covered on this desk that says like emergency evac, and his hand is over it as Penny. Now you can do what you wanted to do.
Cool. I'm gonna stab him with a unicorn horn. I'm guessing that's probably gonna be a force, maybe?
That's force, yeah, and it's +1 because you have the horn.
All right. Come on. 7. Yes.
Yes.
2 6s. Where
All right,
Hazel is sweet and innocent and wonderful, Penny is a fucking murdering machine. And so Penny just, in all of her drunken rage, jumps on the back of Miles and just starts like stabbing him straight in the neck. And we are talking just full vengeance, just being like, you hurt my girl, Susan. You are going to pay. And she just goes and she just rips a straight line through his aorta.
Ooh. Whips a straight line. It goes straight through his aorta, blood squirting everywhere. You're on his back, and he just absolutely falls face first on his desk. The IT department is shocked. They're all looking around. Oh my God, the cameras have caught this. So now security guards are coming in from the opposite side of the room from a big door that says exit. They're entering in through an exit into the IT department. It's way on the other side of the room. All of these are going around. And as Hazel and Wyatt, as you sort of turn to see these security guards coming in with their big batons and their whole thing, and the IT department scrambling and seeing the blood and stopping, you notice that there are doors, elevator doors around the entire perimeter of this IT department. And they've all got little labels on them. They say Spain or Australia or Canada or United States or this or this, or just a bunch of different countries. So many different countries all around everywhere. And of course, because you succeeded in this role, Penny, he falls face first, smack dab on the button, the red button that says evac. There's a brief silence, and then there's a ding, and all of the elevator doors open up. And the first thing you see is a werewolf just jump right out of the door that says Spain, and it just slashes the throat of one of the security guards. And then you see a mermaid come out and just absolutely decimate one of the IT people, who just starts screaming. And then you see what else do you see? Let's start with Wyatt. What's the first monster you see come out and start to attack?
Fully like a long serpentine basilisk that quickly bites 3 people, who begin to turn completely to stone, and as it spins away, it takes its tail and smashes them into rubble.
That's scary.
Ooh.
That is actually a fear.
You also see Panku.
I will not bring that up ever again.
Penny,
no, you're great.
What is Panku?
Panku slithers out, and she's jacked as shit, and she just grabs one of the IT people and tears his head off and just keeps going. Just wave of destruction.
Amazing. And then stepping out of an elevator, looking directly at you, Wyatt, from across the hall, is this gearhead man.
Oh.
And he lifts up a gear and he chucks it straight for your face.
No.
Wyatt, what do you do?
Oh man, I like I'm on fire. Stop, drop, and roll, baby.
Okay,
just
check.
I think it's a quick yelp, and then like I duck, and if I'm fast enough, the like jacket kind of stays there as I duck out of it.
Like a cartoon.
I accidentally rolled those
you have
2.
more than
It's
that.
nothing, so we'll just roll the rest, which is 5. Oh, my friends, it has been so nice. I do have an added die. I don't see a reason not to use it, just in case. Nope. All right.
Oh.
Anybody want to help Wyatt real quick? I'll cry.
Unfortunately, it's sadder. You go to duck out of the jacket. You duck out of the jacket. and you hear right behind you, you hear as the gear has stabbed Naomi straight in the heart. Naomi goes flying back as a gear and gets pinned on the wall right behind the dead body of Miles. Naomi is just pinned to the wall, squealing, going, yeah! Still alive, but squealing.
Oh my god.
I, for a moment, am relieved that I survived. That I double check, like I could still feel pain in my arm, and I'm like, okay, still here. And then I hear that screeching. I turn and I see like the legs flailing from within the jacket, and immediately forgetting about the danger that I will put myself in if I go try to help. I have to go try to help.
I also want to help if I can.
Okay, while that whole thing is happening,
Yeah.
Hazel, Penny, and Susan. Let's start with Susan. Susan, what do you do as soon as you see all of this chaotic craziness happening with all of the monsters coming out of the elevator, out of the different elevators, and just it is Blood Town in there in the main part of the room.
It is, and I'm scanning, and then I see one elevator open, and holding hands, exiting it are the Mothmen, and Mothman 1. Our eyes meet, and I can see, I thought there was a future for us there. I thought there was a potential happiness, but I see the happiness in his eyes and what Mothman 2 and him have, and whereas before I had lost the will to live, I now see that this is love, and I can't take that. I can't tame it. I can't break it. And so we just kind of give a nod, but then they start coming at me. They start chasing me. And I'm like, oh shit! I thought we had an understanding, but no, they want to kill me. So.
So what do you do as you see them coming to approach?
I am gonna run behind Penny, because I've seen Penny's a fighter.
Great. Let's do a move check for you. Oh god.
Okay, what should I do?
It's a 4d6.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay.
You truly would have died right there. Great. You dive behind Penny successfully. Do you want to explain how you do it and what happens with the Mothmen?
Yeah, because I'm having this what I think is a moment with the Mothmen where we're at peace, and it's a mutual respect, and then they start coming at me, fangs bared, eyes glowing red, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I go and I run and I kind of throw my entire body behind. I go, Penny, the Mothmen, the Mothmen, they're coming for me.
And Penny, what do you do? Hey. Oh, you're muted.
Penny is immediately like, I got this. And then immediately turns to the computer and tries to hack it.
Can you roll a program check for me?
You got it. Program 7. Oh, that was like a critical fail.
Ooh. Oh my god! It's you go to click in. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna do something I was not planning on doing tonight, but all right. You go to hack into the computer on the thing, and the second you hack into the computer, it says terminate exit, and suddenly all of the exits, like the exits to actual outside the facility, just fire starts going down and metal doors come down and lock it. And it becomes clear to you that the only way to exit this facility is going to be through one of the elevators to another country. And while that's happening, the two Mothmen land smack dab on the desk, crushing the computer in front of you, sending you and Susan flying backwards to the back wall. And now, Hazel, what do you do?
I am absolutely helping Wyatt with Naomi to take this gear out of, I'm assuming their appendages or their thorax, I don't know, but to unpin them from the wall. Because we need Naomi right
Great.
now.
Wyatt and Hazel, yeah. Do you want to do a force track to try to unpin the
A force check?
the gear?
It's not my best. Sure.
Are we both doing this or just Hazel?
You can both do it. You can both do it together. The power of you two together.
All right, let's. Just as long as I don't get a 1, right? Oh, baby.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Oh my God.
Are there any
Are we
rerolls
ascending?
or
What's
anything?
happening?
I just want to help my
Wow.
friends. This is so bad.
How bad. No one has anything left. You go to pull out the gear. You pull out the gear, and the creature hisses at you. This spinner hisses at you. Naomi hisses at you as if you've betrayed it. It looks hurt. It's bleeding and like acting all weird. And it takes off past the two Mothmen, sprinting through the serpents, dodging all of the serpents, dodging the demons that are now tearing people apart. Limbs are flying places, sliding past the werewolf, and it jumps into one of the elevators that leads to another country. And Penny, you happen to turn your head from the Mothman to see the spinner going by you and jumping into one of the elevators that leads to a different country. What country does it go to?
It goes to Spain. They wanted something warmer. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It jumps into the elevator heading towards Spain. Now the two Mothmen are staring at you, Penny, and Susan. And what do? Susan, we'll put it back to you. Yeah.
Look, you want your moth freedom, right? Well, I try to reason with the Mothmen. You can be together. That door over there, that door is going to lead you to Canada. And that's going to be... that's a Mothman paradise, god damn it. So you can kill us, or you can take your freedom and you can take that door right now.
Can you roll an empathize check for me?
Yes, a 4d6.
That's 4. Yeah.
Here we go. Yep.
Oh.
Yes.
God.
How do the Mothmen react to this?
I think they kind of like their piercing red eyes. They look at each other, and then they look back to Penny and I, and then they give us both like a nod. And then I give them a nod. Penny, how do you react?
Can they help us to the elevator? Oh my God.
Yeah, Penny does kind of like a dramatic bow from Shakespeare. That's all she's got. She's sobering up though.
Great.
And the Mothmen start to walk away, and I'm like, Penny, follow the Mothmen.
Okay.
Follow the Moth.
They walk. They do not fly. They just walk.
They walk towards the elevator.
I imagine they stride. They have a swagger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the Mothmen
Penny
turns to you, Susan, and looks you in the eyes. It's the first Mothman you saw, the one that you said, "I love you." and it looks at you, and it reaches out like one Mothman tendril arm wing, and it delicately grabs your hand, and then the other one comes alongside the other hand of yours, and they walk you they walk you through. It seems like the monsters are parting for this trifecta. They walk you all the way up to Canada, the Canada elevator, and they turn to you. You're completely alone, just with these two Mothmen. They turn to you and they turn to the elevator. What do you do?
I turn around to my new friends and I say, I have to go. I have to go to Canada with the Mothmen.
What about us? Wait. You're just gonna leave us? Wow. All right.
A little bit of confidence and oof, good night.
She steps into the elevator, the Mothmen behind her. The Mothmen sort of give each other a little wink, and they give you a little wink, Susan. And the doors close behind you, leaving the three of you, all of this chaos. The spinner, Naomi, went into Spain, into the Spain elevator, hasn't closed yet. The Canada elevator is closed, along with Naomi. What do we do?
Penny is gonna shout, yeah, everybody, we're going to New Zealand. And she's gonna head to New Zealand.
I grab grab Wyatt, and I'm like, we gotta go. Let's go. Like, I'm just I know his arm is busted, but I put his arm over my shoulder. I'm like, we gotta go. So I try to hustle him through.
Let us go to New Zealand. Sorry, I'm still doing the voice. We should run.
Yes, we should run. Come on. And we'll try to make it to New Zealand because Penny said so. So we're going to New Zealand.
Y'all are sprinting toward New Zealand. Penny, you're leading the charge here, so can you do a move check for me?
I believe.
Here we go.
I believe in the power of Penny.
Move check. You shouldn't. The Penny is bad.
I saw that, but no one.
Is there anything left?
No one. Yeah, so not a critical fail.
Not a critical fail. You take a step toward New Zealand, and then suddenly that snake that turned people to stone slithers by you. Its tail thrashes, and it hits the three of you at the same time, launching you into the elevator heading towards Spain. And the doors of the elevator close. And that's where we will end tonight.
Guess we're going to Spain, y'alls.
Oh my God. I'm so glad we lived. I thought we were going to die tonight.
Same.
It got to the point where like not rolling a 1 was a success. Like, oh my God.
That roll when you couldn't kill someone with a pencil, I was like, damn.
Do you know how I flavor that? I try to stab him like 3 times with this dull pencil. And Wyatt's like giving me the opening, but you just come through and just murder him. I think it worked out.
Just straight murder. Penny the murdering machine.
Just murder. Wow. Fun, y'all. This was great. Thanks for joining us, Elise. It was so fun to have you as Susan, and you didn't die, so maybe perhaps you'll be back. Can we let's go around and introduce ourselves, starting with our Wyatt.
Hey, it's me. I'm Trevor Adams. You can find me at Trevor Adams on stuff and Howlett with an I because I'm dumb. That's me mostly. Blunders and Blunders is a podcast that I did. It's good. I like it. Going up to Hazel.
Hi, I was Hazel, and in my moonlighting days, you know, I'm Chelsea Bites because this is all I do now. Playing Hazel. I'm kidding. You can find me everywhere on Twitch, Twitter, literally Instagram, YouTube, under Chelsea Bites. Everywhere. You can come hang out. We talk a lot about video games, and I talk a lot about video games and play them and all of those things. And I'm gonna pass it over to Shu.
Hi everyone, I've been Shu. You can find me at Hello There Shu. Hello there, X and you. Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is. Instagram is mostly just like food that I make. Twitter is mostly for like really dumb jokes that I can't keep to myself. Anyways, on to Elise.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun. My internet. And you can find me at Elise Willems and on Funhouse and listening to the podcast 30 Morbid Minutes. But yeah, this is so fun. I can't wait to see what Canada has to offer for this new throuple. That
I know. We've got to do a one-off Canada special. Just a romance.
Truly.
This was a blast. Thank you so much for joining us, Elise. And thank you to Silviana. Oh, sorry, I'm Dylan Guerra. You can find me at Dylan G Guerra on Twitter because there's another Dylan Guerra who won't sell me his Twitter handle. Or you can find me at Dylan Guerra on Instagram. And I am here doing all of the Slash Town things. And Chelsea, what do you have going on this channel?
Hi, I'm also here on Play Dead. We just started the Medium, so right before Slasher Town, you can catch Play Dead at 3 p.m. Pacific, where we play whatever video game you guys come up with and put in our Discord. So we're going through the list. So yeah, come hang out right before right before Slasher Town on Play Dead if you want to play some video games. So yeah, I got you.
Yes, and you got to check out all of the fun stuff we have on this channel. Clark Wolf, she does double duty here. She does Wolf's Call, where she deep dives into a horror film. She's doing Predator this week. The times are in the Nightbot nod. And she also does FearHQ, where she deep dives into new horror movie trailers and all of the stuff. Yes, Predator tomorrow on Wolf's Call, a great film. I'll say this here, I hope she brings it up. I actually love the Adrian Brody Predators. It's actually a very fun film. But thank you, Silviana and Brandon, our producers. Brandon doing double duty as art director. And Terry Gamble on FearHQ, yay. And wait, what's happening again? And Gross Hunting for Babies this week, and which Brandon and Chloe host. It's very fun. Thank you to Gaiak and Angel Mitsu, our amazing mods, and to Jack, our community manager, and of course to Kayla, our social media manager. I am so excited for all of the things that are happening on this channel. So make sure that you follow us. We have some fun, exciting announcements coming up soon. So follow us. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Y'all are wonderful. You make my Monday nights incredible. Have a good night, everybody.
Sound stirs things up. You can use rattles, you can use maracas, you can clap your hands. I also encourage people to laugh audibly.
Why are you not shooting? What are you doing?
Also, like the idea that these mummies are kind of popping up like, you know, Night of the Living Dead style, like traditional zombies. Also, though, the hand kind of reaching out from the ground is such an iconic 1950s kind of like